Winnie's first quarter in studio. What a pleasant treat this is. Roddy Piper in town. Crossfire Entertainment it's the second anniversary event benefiting Make-A-Wish Middle Tennessee. Presented, what is it called? Crossfire Wrestling HD 3D National Television Taping tomorrow night at the Fairgrounds Sports Arena. Bell time, 7 o'clock, doors open at 6. So get on out there and be part of that.
All right, I got to say, Mr. Piper, for a lot of us guys that grew up in the mid-'80s, if we had to do a top 10 movies of our all-time, your movie, They Live, is a top 10. That movie was so awesome. HBO ran it all the time. Do people still ask you about that movie?
Yeah, it just came out in Blu-ray, and they're remaking it now.
Really?
Yeah. John Carpenter, I just had dinner with him not so long ago, and we're talking. We'll see what happens. But the name of this place is Crossfire. That's my luck. They can't get me in one. The SWAT doesn't get me. Crossfire. Anyway, that movie, They Live, there is a line. It's made quite a difference. And when I did it, I had no idea. One thing is it's got the longest fight in cinema history. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yes.
And it's one of the top 10 fights in cinema history. And one of the ad-libs in it is one of the top 3 lines in cinema history. I mean, I don't know who's doing the history here, but, I'm arguably.
Share.
Yeah, thank you.
Share.
Hi, I'm Rod. I'm an alcoholic. Never mind.
Not
Wrong show.
Not now.
Thank you, brother.
Later on.
When in doing They Live with John Carpenter, there was a scene, and John goes, action. And then he says, hold the roll, which for you folks, that means film's burning, everybody doing their job. The director just has a directorial to say to the principal. He says, Rod, you got bullets across your chest, you got sunglasses on, you got a shotgun, you're going in a bank, you ain't going to rob it, you need to say something. What? Action! I come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Lunch! And I walked away going, what the hell did I just say? Lunch, bubblegum, what did I? And no clue. And it became one of the top 3 whatever lines.
It fit. And
it's unbelievable.
Well, the fight is 5 minutes and 20 seconds.
Golly.
Is that what it is?
5 minutes, 20 seconds.
They took off a minute and a half. The thing was, the guy that I was fighting, his name was a wonderful actor and man, Keith David. A 220-pound dancer that hits like Mike Tyson and didn't even know it.
Get out of here.
Oh, and during the fight in the alley, he's killing me because he would throw those movie punches, that's called crossing the line. You miss the guy, but when his fist would come back, like his thumb would catch me in the eye and the throat. Finally, I said, everybody out of the pool. Come here, John. Keith, from the neck down, just hit me as hard as you want to. We're going to go as far as we can. And that's what kept the intensity in the fight. And he didn't have any problem hitting me as hard as he wanted to.
Imagine.
And there's a scene where we all had cotton in our mouth. I looked like that for 3 days after. He split my lips, but, anything for art.
Well, South Park, they parodied the fight,
I wouldn't
bit
watch
by
it.
bit, and there you go.
I wouldn't watch it for, about 10 years. I heard about it, and I don't have a problem with it now, but, God, this was 2 challenged kids. I suck at being politically correct, okay? I went, and I wouldn't watch it until in an autograph line, this little kid in a wheelchair come up and told me all about the fight and how proud he was. And so finally I watched. I think it's like, put the hat on. And they did it move for move.
Yes.
And so now I don't have a problem with it as long as they don't.
In case you missed it, he is the 2005 inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame. Roddy Piper, he's in town for a benefit. Obviously, it's the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which I've been connected to. It's a phenomenal event, and we're glad that you're here being a part of it.
Thank you.
Before we went to the last break, I teased the fact that you were born in Saskatchewan, but you grew up in Winnipeg. I'm going to assume that with your Canadian background that there's some hockey lineage in your – maybe you played, maybe you're a fan? Are you as ticked off about the fact that the NHL and the Union
it's
can't get together?
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Well, tell us about it.
It's oh, man, money. How much money do you need? Is the family fed? Is there gas in the car? Is the rent paid? The owners that lock them out and the players are bickering. I fought one time. I fought a 650-pound bear named Victor, like he needed a damn name. Look it up on the internet. I got paid $25. All right, you're making $4 million and you won't skate. You guys are making $60 million. You won't open up the arena. Greed. All those fans is the reason you got so much money. And the only person that you're ripping off are the fans. You guys, and I was going to do on CBC, the Canadian broadcast system this last Christmas, a whole skit on the hockey thing. I was so mad. But I had double booking and I couldn't do it. But bottom line is, and I get it, money and stuff. But in my business, we get paid on how much you draw that night. And the fans are the most important thing, and that's what's being missed. They start thinking that they're a star, and the only reason they call you a star is so they can pay you less money. There's no such thing as a star.
I was a huge fan of yours growing up, and mentioning fan and the fan base, there's a completely different group of people that are doing what you used to do. And I asked you during the break, is there a connection between the WWE and like Raw, what we see today?
Yeah, and it's a great question, and I tell you, I was on with Mick Foley. Mick was on the air, and Mick Foley had said, well, you know, Roddy, because like I said, you know, Mick, you, Stone Cold, and The Rock, you guys hung out. For me, it was Flair and Hogan, all right? And there's a big difference right there. And he says, yeah, but, you know, you guys kind of lived it outside the ring, too. You took your characters, he said, a little too far. That's baloney. Because this is the truth of it, is I started in 1969, and from the Gorgeous George era, which was in the middle 50s to the early 60s, wrestling got a black cloud over it. The only way we could bring it around was if we came to an arena, and in my case, there's not much made up about me. The reason I wear a kilt is I play the bagpipes, as I told you, and I'm a fighter. And so when I left the arena and I went to Denny's, the same people, I've been stabbed 3 times. Last time an inch from the heart. Yeah, oh yeah. And so when I went to Denny's, you know what the first thing I'd do? I'd go straight into the kitchen, give the cook $20 so he didn't spit my food. I swear to you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. They would chase me. We all packed back in those
Because of your
days.
character?
Yeah, but you know what? The thing, it wasn't a character.
Oh, yeah,
Because you think with me, my pipe band played me in. Okay, Roddy the Piper, it got Roddy Piper. But I had to, because you were always on your own. There was no police protection. You know, one time in the Olympic Auditorium, oh, baby Jesus. In the Olympic Auditorium, I fought this Mexican gentleman named Chavo Guerrero, very famous guy, wonderful guy. And I said, please rise for the Mexican national anthem. And on the bagpipes, I played La Cucaracha. And the match never got started. The I love a great riot. So the difference is this. And like they got catering in the WWE and massages. The reason you guys got catering is we used to do 3 weeks of TV in 1 day in Poughkeepsie. Well, they didn't do anything, and one time we all got hungry, and we left.
Wow.
So the first catering was pizzas. Now they got 4-course meals. That's because of us, Mickle. So the difference is this. They got it soft. They don't have to walk the walk out there on the street because they don't have to protect the business like the blood code that we did. And we took an oath, and we met it. And so you know, I know you got to wind up.
Yeah,
so
cool.
You know, though, we were proud of our business. And if anybody said in any bar, any place, not that I hung around bars a lot.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I love you.
Nothing wrong with that, right, Greg?
I love you. Hi, I'm no. And but we would defend it instantly because we had to get the credibility back to give you the tag, Mick and Stone and Rock. You know, Rock, I don't know much about him, but I saw him. He came up to me, and he shook my hand. He says, "You know, you were my hero when I was a kid." Woo. He's first-class man.
And you are too.
Oh,
how about that? I'm actually kind of ticked off because I was hoping you'd kind of be a jerk, but kind of really nice. now I'm a fan. I like a bad guy. That's crazy.
Roddy Piper, what a treat. Happy New Year to you. You're in town for the Crossfire Entertainment event benefiting Make-A-Wish, Middle Tennessee, tomorrow night, Fairgrounds Sports Arena there at the Fairgrounds, obviously. Doors open at 6, bell time at 7, and cool to meet you. And
thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Let me leave you with an Irish poem. I got my son Colt Toombs here, undefeated as an MMA fighter. For those who love us, may God bless. For those who don't, may God change their hearts. And if he can't turn their hearts, may he turn their ankles so we recognize them by their limp. God bless you all. See you Saturday night.
Nothing more to say. Roddy Piper. Have a good day, everybody.